So now let's talk about weight. So we have ounces, then we have pounds, and then we have tons. So those are the smallest to largest increments that we typically use here in the US. So our question says the delivery truck had 9 tons of toilet paper. How many ounces of toilet paper is that? So I know that each ton is 2,000 pounds. So that means that 9 tons, again, I'm going to multiply by 9. So I multiply by 9 here. So that means 9 tons is 18,000 pounds. So I'm still trying to convert from pounds to ounces. I know that each pound has 16 ounces. So I'm going to multiply this by 16. So all I really have to do is 18 times 16 and then add my 3 zeros. So again, if I have 18 times 16, 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 1 plus 4 is 10. This 1 is really a 10. 1 times 8, 1 times 1. So then I add these, I get 8, 8, 2, but I still had my 3 zeros. So my answer is 288,000. So 9 tons equals 288,000 ounces. So now metric measurements. Again, we just talked about US measurements. Metric measurements are international standards. So we do have them here in the US, but they're just not as common. But you do find these all over the rest of the world. So when we talk about distance, when we talked about it here, we talked about inches and feet and yards. And so the metric system is millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers. You see that there's a root word of meter in each of them. There's a meter in each of them. So, and that kind of explains, if you look at the pattern here, it's a power of 10. So all of the increments end in a power of 10. So then we look at liquid, which is just liters and milliliters. Again, a power of 10. So then we have weight, which is in grams, milligrams, kilograms. Again, milligrams indicates it's smaller than regular grams, and then kilograms indicates it's larger. Same with when we talked about meters, millimeters is smaller than centimeters, which is also smaller than meters, but kilometers is bigger. So whenever you say kilo, it indicates something bigger than the base. And then for millimeters and liters, we have 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So the general conversion. So I'm just going to show 3 examples. So when you have a unit that's smaller, so that's when you're going to divide. So if I have 40 grams and I'm trying to figure out what it is in kilograms, grams is smaller than kilograms. Grams, again, smaller than kilograms. So that means I'm going to divide. So if I have 40 grams and I'm trying to figure out what it is in kilograms, 40 grams, well, actually 1 kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams. So I'm going to do 40 divided by 1,000. 1,000 doesn't fit into 40, so I'm going to put a decimal and a 0. Now I'm going to move the decimal up. Now, does 1,000 fit into 400? It doesn't, so we're going to put a 0. Now we can add a 0. Does 1,000 fit into 4,000? It does. It fits 4 times. So that means that 40 grams is the same thing as 0.04 kilograms. And again, that makes sense because if we have, let's say this is 1 kilogram, that means it's 1,000 grams. If I have 40 grams, which is all the way over here somewhere, that's going to be 0.04 kilograms because it's a lot smaller. So then we look at another example. Again, when you have a unit that's smaller, you're going to divide. So if I look at what is 64 fluid ounces in pints, the unit I have is 64 fluid ounces. Fluid ounces is down here. Pints is up here. So fluid ounces is smaller than pints. So again, I'm trying to find out how many pints. I know that for each pint, there's 2 cups, if you can see here. And each cup has 8 fluid ounces. So again, I have 64 fluid ounces. And for each cup, for each pint, there's 2 cups. And 2 cups means that means 16 fluid ounces because each cup has 8. So I'm going to divide it by 16 fluid ounces. So if I have 64 divided by 16, 16 fits into 64 4 times. And that makes sense. If we have 64 fluid ounces, we have 4 pints. If I look at my 4 pints, that means that I have from here to here, that means 8, 8, another 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cups, or 64 fluid ounces. Okay, and then the last one. So this is when you have a unit that is larger. So if I have the unit 1 mile, and I'm trying to find what it is in inches, 1 mile is larger than inches. So if I look, 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Each foot, there's 12 inches. So I have, for each foot is 12 inches. So I have 5,280. I'm going to multiply it by 12, and I'm going to get how many inches there are in 1 mile. 2 times 0, 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 plus 1, 2 times 5. And then now this one is really a 10, and 1 times anything is itself. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing down here. So I have 0, then 8, then 2, then 5. Then I add them. These are partial products. 0, 6, 13, 3, and 6. So that means that 1 mile equals 63,360 inches.